Welcome to a journey through unrealized architectural dreams. Imagine an airport floating above Manhattan, a surreal blend of CGI and reality. Step back to the 1940s, where we unveil a dream airport design, planes soaring above the skyline, zoom into the beauty of Gaudí's masterpieces, envisioning a grand hotel that transforms the New York skyline. From the Empire State to the Burj Khalifa, witness the evolution of skyscrapers with a stunning 528-floor concept. Explore the Chicago Spire's ambitious plans, from construction to a redesign that reimagines the skyline. Delve into Germania's haunting past, with 3D reconstructions fading into the ruins of history. Finally, gaze upon Newton's cenotaph, where imagination meets architecture in a stunning rendering. As we conclude, reflect on these 6 visionary projects. Which one should have been built? Imagine New York with a giant airport hovering 70 meters above Midtown Manhattan. Sounds ridiculous? In the 1940s, this was a real megaproject proposal. Today, we explore ambitious megaprojects that were never built. Some were simply insane, others failed due to politics or funding. Which one do you wish had been completed? Let us know in the comments. Top 6. The Dream Airport over New York. Everyone imagines New York with its iconic skyline and cultural hotspots, but that image could have been completely different. In 1946, real estate tycoon William Zeckendorf proposed a rooftop airport in Midtown. New York City's dream airport would have stretched across 144 blocks, with a deck the size of Central Park, 70 meters above the ground. Below the deck, 10-story buildings with terminals, shops, and offices. The plan even included ship docks, roads, and rail lines. With a $3 billion price tag, it would have been the world's largest airport. The idea was to save time. Even in the 1940s, getting to Newark, JFK, or LaGuardia was a pain. A central airport would have changed everything. Skyscrapers like Hudson Yards wouldn't exist today. But the plan had serious flaws. 68 flights per hour meant unbearable noise for locals. City traffic would have gotten even worse. Add in massive technical and legal challenges, demolition of 144 blocks, land acquisition, and rebuilding from scratch. The idea faded, surviving only in newspaper headlines. Top 5. The most iconic hotel that never was, early 1900s. New York was booming with skyscrapers. While the U.S. went vertical, Spanish architect Antoni Gaudí brought nature-inspired, curvy designs to Barcelona. In 1908, businessmen invited Gaudí to design a New York masterpiece. He proposed a 360-meter tall grand hotel covered in alabaster and tile. Inside, restaurants, theaters, concert halls, even a gallery more than 100 meters high. It was unlike anything New York had seen. But Gaudí never finished the plans. Instead, he dedicated his life to La Sagrada Familia until his death. In 2003, Spanish architects submitted a revival of the hotel for the new World Trade Center design. The Hotel Attraction was never built, but if it had been, it would be one of the most fascinating buildings in the world. Top 4. The Illinois Mile High Skyscraper. Chicago is the birthplace of skyscrapers. In 1956, Frank Lloyd Wright proposed the Illinois, a 1-kilometer tall skyscraper. At the time, the Empire State Building was the tallest, but only a quarter the height. Wright's idea? Stop urban sprawl. Build vertically. His model included 528 floors, nuclear-powered elevators, parking for 15,000 cars, and 100 helicopters. It would house every government office and eliminate the need for other skyscrapers in the city. It was a wild vision. Today's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, isn't even half its height. The Illinois was never seriously considered. Only a few models exist today. Top 3. America's tallest failed skyscraper. Staying in Chicago, the Chicago Spire was almost built. Designed by Santiago Calatrava, it was to rise 610 meters into the sky. Construction began in 2007 with deep foundations dug 22 meters down. But the 2008 financial crisis struck. The main financier, Anglo-Irish Bank, collapsed. Lawsuits followed, and the project was abandoned with only a hole in the ground. In 2020, The site was revived with a new plan: 2 towers for 400 Lakeshore Drive. Construction is scheduled to begin soon. Top 2. Hitler's giant dome of Germania. Nazi Germany had disturbing architecture plans. One was the Great Hall of Germania, designed by Hitler himself. Berlin was to be reshaped into a capital with a 5-kilometer north-south boulevard. The Great Hall would have stood 290 meters tall, 250 meters wide, housing 150,000 people. 17 times the volume of St. Peter's Basilica. This was Hitler's plan for legacy through architecture: massive, intimidating, overwhelming. Nothing was built beyond partial foundations. After 1945, the plan vanished with the regime. Top 1. Newton's spherical pyramid. Our final entry takes us to 18th century France. French architect Étienne Louis Boullé envisioned a tribute to Sir Isaac Newton. He proposed a 150-meter tall sphere, larger than the Great Pyramid. Inside would be a celestial planetarium. Tiny holes in the dome would simulate stars. A glowing orb would mimic the sun. Day and night effects were integrated, even an eclipse. The structure was impossible to build at the time. For Boullé, architecture was also about ideas, not just construction. So Newton's cenotaph remains a dream, an artistic vision of science and grandeur. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and subscribe to Top Luxury. Check out our other video on the world's most useless construction projects.